Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and welcome back to week 6 of the WBE. Of course, I'm the coach of the Melbourne Rotoms, and this week we're up against Emvee, coach of the San Diego Chim Chargers. Really excited for this one. Emvee is one of the top singles players on YouTube in Draft League in general, and just a really cool guy. Definitely one of the dudes I know a little bit better in the WBE, so I'm looking forward to this matchup. He has definitely had a very strong start to the season. We've been a little shaky, had some really good wins I think in the last 2 weeks, a bunch of rough losses earlier on in weeks 1 and 3, so I'm gonna definitely just try my best here. Emvee is definitely a better singles player than me and a better draft league player than me, so obviously I'd like to win, but regardless, want to use this as a learning experience. I actually got rid of Marowak after this week for free agency for a new Pokemon, but I wanted to give Marowak a shot before I said goodbye to it, especially because it seemed pretty good in this matchup, so we'll see how this goes. Emvee did bring, let's see, most of the things I was expecting. Wasn't too sure if he was going to bring Dugtrio or Mega Sceptile. Looks like he opted not to go for those. Instead, it's the Ditto and Registeel. So it'll be interesting to face up against those. I didn't really decide on a lead yet, which is kind of a problem. I could definitely see him leading with Rotom. I think I'm going to go with my own Rotom. It allows me to pivot out instantly. Don't want to risk going into something very offensive like Mamoswine immediately. Yeah. If I could get rid of the Rotom this game on his end, then I'll have an easier time getting up rocks, and getting up rocks would be really good in this game. So we'll see how that goes. I actually want to do a quick damage calc though against Registeel, because it's obviously so tanky. So just curious how much a Adamant Z-move EQ does. Oh, that actually... Yeah, that's a good chance of knocking it. Okay, so we both just go with our Rotoms. Yep. Okay. Wouldn't be surprised to see like a double Volt Switch here. But I should be slower than it, so that works in my favor, if anything. I don't think I mind Volt Switching here, to be honest. Gives me a free switch in. If he Volt Switches, I'll have the advantage. If he stays in, I can go straight out into Conkeldurr. Yeah, let's go for that. I expect this to definitely be like a Defog set. Defog. Wasn't sure if he was going to want to run Will-O-Wisp this week, because obviously I'm running Conkeldurr with Guts. And I am running Guts, for those wondering. Specifically because I wanted to at least have an answer against Rotom. If it's not running Will-O-Wisp, fine. Doesn't threaten my Mamoswine nearly as much then. So, yeah. Interesting start to the game. Yeah, I wanted to lead Rotom because I thought he might lead his, and like we're both kind of in a weird position right now. So, yeah. The goal of this game, Heracross is definitely the major threat that I'm worried about, but I'm running Trick Room, Slowking, as well as... Sorry, Slowbro, as well as Marowak. Marowak can really put in work in this game. In fact, it actually could be a decent switch in immediately. And he actually is going to Volt Switch out first. Okay. Yeah. That did 20. So I didn't want a hard switch out there. That's exactly why. So we'll have some offensive pivoting here. We'll see what comes in. Either way, actually getting a Volt Switch off against whatever he brings in will do some nice damage. I could see Ditto coming out just to scout out. Yeah, it's Ditto. Alright, that's fine. So we chip that a little bit. We know the Ditto. We know the Ditto's moveset. Actually, this is a... Oh, no, I was going to say... This actually hurts me because I'm running Foul Play on that Rotom. Otherwise, Marowak would be a really free switch in, but this is a pretty free opportunity for Conkeldurr to come in. Yeah. Because it's Volt Switch, Overheat, Defog, and Foul Play. Otherwise, Marowak would have been an amazing switch in here. I want to see how much Foul Play does to Marowak. It's going to do a lot, I'm sure. I just want to calculate it. So again, it's Marowak. Yeah, it's just not worth the damage there, I think. Yeah, I'm bring out Conkeldurr. This is a free, relatively free knockoff. Let's see. It's a free knockoff. The likely switch-ins are obviously a Azumarill and Victini. I mean, I think certainly he Volt switches out here. It's just who does he go into? He could also go back out into Rotom. I kind of like knockoffing here. Getting rid of any item would be quite nice, to be honest. So let's go for that. Yeah, because with the Azumarill gets rid of a potential Berry, although it could very likely be Z. With Heracross gets rid of a potential Scarf. Okay, what comes in? I'm worried about like Normalium Z Azumarill with Belly Drum though. That could be really bad for us. Although that's where Kartana comes in. Victini coming in here would be nice actually, I think. I'm not too familiar with what Victini does. Recreate, Bolt Strike, U-turn. I'm looking at the Smogon set right now. Could have switched out in a Mamoswine there, but I don't think that accomplishes much, because then I'm just in threat of a Foul Play or Overheat anyway. Yeah. Let's see what comes in. Yeah, I think this match is really going to be about a lot of defensive pivoting. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's why I really want Rocks up sooner than later. But once again, like, I don't really get too much off it because Rotom can just come in and defog it. So I'd really like to eliminate Rotom as soon as possible if I can. Is that Heracross? Okay. Getting rid of a potential Scarf here would be huge. So let's see. Yeah, it is Scarfed. Nice. Oh, that's great, actually. Okay. Because that means now that Kartana will outspeed it, I've got Aerial Ace for it as well. Okay. I might just stay in here, to be honest. Just like Conkeldurr is quite good against most of his things. Obviously, he's looking at something like a close combat. So I could switch out into Slowbro, but then I'm just in threat of something like a Mega Horn. I do have Marowak, of course, in the back. I'm fairly confident I should be able to take like a close combat. I just want to see what else Heracross could be using here to threaten me. Let's see. Just double checking my spread on this. Getting rid of the Scarf there is really nice, so I'm happy about that for sure. 164 and 84. So Conk against Heracross. See, admin close combat does 47, 96 to 114. Oh, that's jolly. Admin does 105 to 124. Yeah, I survived. I'm gonna Drain Punch here. He's just gonna close combat. Maybe I should have Fire Punched. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to heal back. I don't know if this Drain Punch knocks out in return. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, he resists it. Yeah. What am I saying? Fire Punch definitely would have been better there. That was kind of silly. That was really careless. I forgot I didn't have Mach Punch on this set too. I kind of made my moves a little last second. I don't want to just sack off Conkeldurr here. So I do want to switch, but he could very well read into that. Obviously, Slowbro and Marowak would be the free switches here. He also might be worried about a Mach Punch. I guess it's not the worst thing if I lose Conkeldurr here. I really should have Fire Punch though. Although I guess Heracross isn't that big of a threat to me anymore. Yeah, I don't want to take any damage with Slowbro and Marowak, so I might just go for an attack here if he predicts trying to catch something in. Fine, if he knocks me out, that's also okay. If he is Jolly, then actually he does get the guaranteed knockout, yeah. Alright, he just plays it safe. Okay, that's fine. So Fire Punch would have been better. The heal there wasn't worth it on Conkeldurr. Yeah, I don't know why I expected Drain Punch to be doing more there. That was kind of careless. But that's okay. We do get a free switch in, and once again, Heracross obviously doesn't have its Scarf anymore. And it's at -2. Who do I want to go into? Kartana or Mamoswine? Let's go out into... I mean, if I go to Kartana, I'm just worried about... So I don't have a good answer for Registeel. So if I bring in Kartana, he probably just pivots out the Heracross into Registeel. Although I could predict that and then hard switch out into my own Mamoswine. Alternatively, I could just go out into Mamoswine out right here and just click Ice Shard. But that would give him a free switch in. I'm still going to go out into Mammo here, I think. Yeah, not Fire Punching was a mistake, though, with Conkeldurr. For sure. I was spending so much time calcing that, like, it didn't really... I ended up having to click my moves faster. I wasn't even thinking properly. So I'm leaning towards Ice Shard here. Could also be an opportunity to get up rocks, though, obviously. I think he probably switches out into Rotom. So the question is whether I want to predict that. I kind of do, honestly. I think I'm going to predict the Rotom switch and go out into my Marowak. Yeah. Okay. He switches. Yeah, okay. Is that good for me, though? Can Rotom put in work against my Marowak? So we can go for something like a Hex. How much does that do? I really wish I played better with Conkeldurr, man. That was silly. I forgot I didn't have Mach Punch. That was the main thing. I was thinking I could heal back and then Mach Punch it, and then I was like, whoops. I need to get better at double checking my sets. I'm just checking how much a Hex would do here to me. Oh jeez, that actually does so much damage. Yeah, maybe Whack was... Although, it's worth trading Marowak for Rotom, actually. I could also sub here. That could be really interesting. I'm leaning towards the Shadow Boning here, though. Yeah. Alright, so we called that properly, but I don't even know if that's that great. Yeah, I should have... And he's just gonna Hex. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. Nice, no Sash. So Rotom's gone. Yeah, I should have tried to knock out Heracross because it is one of the more annoying threats to Slowbro. Although once Slowbro Megas, it doesn't do much. Actually, let's see how much it does. Heracross to Slowbro. Normal Heracross. Mega Horn. Yeah, Mega Horn still does like 47 to 56. This Slowbro has how much investment? Fair amount. Yeah, I mean, it's not a knockout. Actually, in fact, if his Heracross is out in front of Slowbro, I could just Trick Room in front of it. And that puts on a lot of good pressure. It's just right now he does get a free switch in, obviously. Yeah, had I knocked out Heracross, that would have been two annoying things for Slowbro out the way. But now I can potentially set up my rocks. He's going to bring out Victini. And I'm not really too familiar with Victini. I mean, I don't want to just give up Marowak here. Could switch into Slowbro. Could also just go out into Rotom. Might go out into Rotom here, because I could win this game with like a Trick Room sweep, although Marowak is weakened to the point where Aqua Jet should knock me out. It's part of the problem. Yeah, I think I should conserve Marowak and switch into Rotom. I need to scout out for what this Victini set is. They do have Foul Play on Rotom, which does hit Victini for pretty good damage. Alright, he's gonna Psychic. 137 down to 62. And down to... Oh, so that did 75 damage. That's unfortunate. Could go into a Slowbro, but probably shouldn't. Do I just sack Rotom here? Get the free switch into Mamoswine? He might just Psychic again, though. Like, I could just switch into Slowbro here, but I'm just really worried of taking... I really do want to go out into Slowbro, though. But... yeah, I mean, it could be, like, Grassy MZ Victini. Yeah, I think this is designed to actually beat Slowbro, so I shouldn't. Yeah, losing Conkeldurr and not conserving it for Victini is kind of a problem. I expect him to just Psychic again, though. So I could give up Marowak, Rotom, switching Kartana for a fair amount of damage. I don't want to give up Kartana because it does just one-shot Azumarill and Heracross. Yeah, I don't want to switch in Slowbro. I'm gonna Volt Switch here. I think he Psychics again, but yeah. Just want to do the count there. Victini. So I don't have much special defense. This is a very defensively bulky Victini or Rotom. Mid Psychic. I haven't been playing this game too. I feel like my team was definitely solid enough to be putting in work. Is that Modest Victini or is it? I don't think it's Spaxed. I don't want to bring in Mamoswine here, to be honest with you. How much does V Create do? He's obviously special, right? Yeah, I might actually bring out Mamoswine. Bringing out Mamoswine against Victini seems so odd, but I kind of like it here. Maybe I regret this. Although I'm bluffing Scarf here too, right? So that actually might be a good time to get my rocks up, because I'm bluffing Scarf, and I think he's going to want to avoid the Earthquake. But if I had Scarf right now, actually Earthquake would be so good. Like, I could just Earthquake everything. Maybe it's better just to attack here. Oh, I actually really wish I was Scarfed. Originally I was. I changed the ground DMZ. Because I got rid of the Rotom, so Scarf would have been nasty here. I don't want to get up raw. I think it's better to just go for Earthquake here, yeah. Ah, he is Z. It's fighting Z. Thought it would be Grassium Z for... Oh, man. He also assumed I wasn't Scarf, so that was a really good call on his end. Well, at least that means Slowbro isn't in threat of the Z move, but man, that's frustrating. It's a really good call on his end. Yeah, I mean, if I was Scarf Mammal there, I feel like there's actually nothing he really could have done. So it's unfortunate that I wasn't. I was basically bluffing with the Scarf there, and he called my bluff. So, nicely done, Emvee. Still winnable for sure with Trick Room, though, and Mega Slowbro. Yeah, I'm gonna Mega and just Trick Room right here. That's so sad, though. Maybe I should have just brought in Slowbro immediately. He's running Thunder? Yeah, okay. That means he can miss, though. Oh, that does so much. 201 to 65. Yeah, this Victini put in work against me. I really am impressed that he just made the call there, but I guess what he's thinking is he doesn't really have the safe switch into the Earthquake, so if I'm not Scarf there, that's good for him. Yeah, Scarf Mammo would have really been good here. Oh, what can you do? The question is, do I risk a slack off hoping he misses a Thunder? How much does Skull do against him? Not enough. I'm gonna slack off. Okay, he switches out. Cool. Azumarill? Yeah. Yeah, I think I lose this now, though. I didn't play well around, like, certain win cons, I think. It's still not over by any means. I'm not going to give up, obviously. Because Slowbro could honestly win this game by itself. Especially if we get a burn here onto the zoo. Let's see. Can we get a burn? Nice. Okay. That's huge. Is he Belly Drum? Ah, Whirlpool. Ah, interesting. That's cool. Probably Sap Sipper then. Okay. 2 more turns of Trick Room. Yeah, if he misses a Thunder, that's the key thing. Parasol, okay. That's a really heat set. Nice. Yeah, I had Grass Knot on this Azumarill, or this Slowbro as well originally, but opted for Slack Off, which I don't regret. Actually, yeah, Grass Knot wouldn't even be able to touch him if he was Sap Sipper. How many is Whirlpool infinite trap? I think it is, right? Wow, this is frustrating. I really feel like I had a good enough matchup here, and I just like didn't play it well. Slash made some like not having Scarf Mammo was very sad. I think he just stays in with the Azumarill, right? Stop Protect. It's a really good set. It's so smart. Specifically designed to beat the Slowbro. Very cool. Yeah, that's certainly not something I had considered. I'm really gonna regret not running Scarf Mammal this week, though. Especially because I did check the Rotom earlier. It really would have put in so much work, but I can't regret that. I thought, so I ended up changing to Ground EMZ, and I think Ground EMZ certainly made a lot of sense as well. I really wasn't expecting him to go for the Fight EMZ and stay in, like, yeah. Because I have Scarf there, I just got a free knockout. I don't even know what he switches into, to be honest. Yeah. Not much I can do right now. I mean, I basically... It's a question of whether he gives up his Azumarill. I don't think I can win at this point, unless... Because Cortana's knockoff won't even crit the Victini. Yeah, I mean, losing Mamoswine for nothing this game was basically the game decider, because Mamoswine was such a pivotal Pokemon in this game. And I really didn't think Emvee would just stay in front of it. But I get why he did, for sure. Yeah, man. Definitely a game that could have been winnable. Really cool Azumarill set, though. Really, really cool set. So I'm just checking. So there's 2 turns of Parasol left. He protected last turn. I think he just stays in. Yeah. Oh, you know what I can do, though, is Trick Room here. That would give me a free switch in. Yeah. On the last turn of Parasol. He's not going to be off. Maybe can Marowak pull this off? That would be the craziest comeback. Alright, so he's going to swap out, go onto the Ditto. Actually, that was that's so cool. Because I set up Trick Room and now he just walls me. Oh my god. God, that was so smart. That was so smart. Yeah. This was definitely a very winnable game. Obviously, I made a risky play staying in with Mamoswine in front of Victini. I thought if anything he'd be Electrium Z. Although I was thinking Grassy MZ, which Mamoswine is threatened by anyway. Yeah. Okay. I think I have to go out into Cortana here. I set up the Trick Room for him. Ah, so frustrating, because I was originally gonna run Scarf Mamo. And I think it's so good in that position, but that's fine. Okay, I mean, yeah, I can't do anything against the Slowbro. He's actually swapped. Oh, he's probably going back out into Azumarill, right? Yeah. Which I'm sure is Sap Sipper. I'm sure he's doing that just to show up the Sap Sipper. Yeah. That's just mean, man. Yeah. Okay. I'll just Smart Strike. That's the most fire Azumarill set I've seen in a minute. Emvee played this really, really well. The momentum could have been shaken so differently if I ran Scarf Mamo though, so it's sad. But really, really nice to prep. Victini put in so much work against me as did the Azumarill. Yeah. Can I maybe get a knockout on something here? I only have 2 turns of Trick Room, so maybe I can still 3-0 here if I get 2 knockouts. Oh, he's gonna protect here. I should have subbed. Oh, he didn't protect. Maybe I don't even knock him out. Oh yeah, I did get the knockout. Okay. I'm sad. I definitely had the team to win it. But yeah, I ran Shed Shell, by the way, if you're running on Cortana, because I was scared about Scarf Dugtrio. By the way, I didn't give shoutouts to my front office who primarily built this team. I made some edits afterwards, and they were the one who originally had Scarf Mammo. So Scarf Mammo definitely was the call. And I should have trusted them on that one. But thank you to all of those who volunteered to join the front office. It's really cool getting insight from everyone. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, a 3-0 here. You could switch out into Victini. I could sub. Actually, Earthquake just knocks out everything, doesn't it? Yeah, like Marowak and Mamoswine could have really slept through this. I just didn't play it correctly. Emvee should be considering differential here. So I could see him switching out to Registeel, but I don't know if Registeel even knocks me out, so maybe I just go for the Shadow Bone. Okay, yeah, he just gives me the 2 knockouts and he's gonna win 3-0. Good game, Emvee. He had some really good sets. And yeah, Scarf Mammal would have been a game changer there in that position. Emvee really made the read there. I'm really impressed he made that call. Like, that's nuts. Yeah, like the thing is, if I knock him out there, I don't even know what he goes out into. Maybe Registeel, I guess, but 2 EQs actually still knocks out Registeel single target. And I, like, survive an Iron Head. Yeah, I think Scarf Earthquake honestly would have just won, so that was just a shame that I switched over to Ground EMZ, but what can you do? Yeah, he just Psychics to knock me out here. Good game, bro. Good game. That was a fun one, for sure. This Victini put in so much work against me. Yeah. Slowbro, Trick Room definitely could have won this one, as could Mamoswine. I think, like, had I been Scarfed, I basically just chip away at everything to the point where Slowbro and Marowak sweep through the game. Especially because the Azumarill set was, like, really smart. I also would have needed to chunk out Ditto, I guess, because Ditto transforming was actually really scary. Although I'm surprised he switched out, to be honest, because I guess maybe he was worried about Grassy MZ. And plus he probably wanted to show off the Azumarill. But yeah, good game, Emvee. Definitely a winnable game. I feel like could have Fire Punch to knock out the Heracross earlier. That was a kind of a mistake. And just the scary thing about Victini is you don't know what it's going to be running, right? Like, he could have been running Grassy or Electrum Z, and that just nukes Mega Slowking or Slowbro. Yeah, I should have been more scared of, I guess, of all-out pummeling, and I could have predicted that and switched out, but that's tough. I just really thought in that position, Mamoswine was relatively safe because, like, I could be I'm holding Scarf most of the time there, but he went for the really aggressive read, and it paid off. So definitely a fun game. I made some mistakes here and there, and I think I shouldn't have doubted the Scarf Mamoswine that a lot of my front office people told me to run originally. But I think Ground DMZ definitely could have put in a lot of work too. Puts on a lot of pressure against Registeel and Azumarill specifically. It basically gets a one-shot if you get it in the right position. And I thought, like, this is the position. But yeah, I mean, losing Mamoswine when he had nothing to resist ground-type attacks is obviously going to lose me the game here. So yeah. It pretty much came down to that really one big turn, I think, honestly. I mean, I could have switched out there. I think also just Rotom fainting to 2 Psychics was quite bad. It's just that Victini put in a lot of work against me. I didn't have the best checks against it. Like, something like a Selgor could have put in work, or obviously Scarf Mammal. I think the issue is that my only Pokemon outspeeding it was Cortana, and Cortana only has knockoff to hit it. So, yeah. You win some, you lose some, but definitely a fun game. Learned a lot, and he had some really cool sets. It's only a 3-0 at the end of the day, so the differential isn't the worst case. We're 3-3 now at -4, so certainly still very possible to, for example, be making the playoffs. But I feel like this was kind of frustrating because Scarf Mammal, once again, would have just put in so much work. I don't want to keep saying, like, blah, 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 though. Like, there's only so much I can dole upon it. But yeah, Marowak actually put in some work in the one game I brought it in. We are trading him after this week, so he will no longer be with us. But good game, Emvee. Definitely a fun one. Thanks for watching, guys. Go check out our boy Emvee. He's linked in the description below, and we'll be back stronger next week. All right. Peace.